Welcome to the lesson on drawing thinly and lightly. Now, usually when we draw, sometimes we can be pretty heavy-handed, right? We may use very thick lines. We may press, really hard on the page and get very dark lines in what we're doing. And this lesson is really about encouraging you to lean towards drawing thinner, lighter lines in general, right? In general, drawing thinner and lighter. So for example, I'm going to press really lightly here. I'm going to draw a head using as thin lines and as light lines as possible. And what this does is it gives me the freedom to make corrections, first of all, by pressing harder where I need to. So let's say I misalign the ear, no problem. I'll draw another ear and press harder. And because of the increased contrast and the darkness, in a sense, my brain no longer acknowledges the lighter lines, and it's as if they don't really even exist anymore. And so drawing thinly in that sense helps me to make corrections and not have to erase as much when I'm busy trying to work out a sketch, right? Work out the rough of the sketch. Secondly, as well, drawing thinly helps me control the line weights more. It's very hard to make a thick line that you've drawn thin. So if I drew this line over here for the chin, for that jaw really thick, and then I decided that I actually wanted it a little bit thinner because I wanted to enhance the line weights, it's quite a lot of trouble to kind of grab the eraser, make sure that I'm on the right type of brush, and then kind of trying to come in here and thin the line, and then I'm kind of ruining my line flow and the nice looseness that I had in the stroke, and it's not something you want to have to struggle with. Versus, drawing it thinly in the beginning allows me to let's just erase this whole line. It allows me to control the line weights much better. So let's draw this in again. I'm going to use a nice thin light line. And now I want to control the weighting, and I want to say, okay, fine, here by the neck where it overlaps, I want this to be a thicker, darker line, and let that kind of taper off on both sides. And then perhaps here where the jaw kind of comes and curves around over the neck, I want that to be thicker. And you can have a lot more control over your lines when you're leaning more towards drawing thinly and drawing lightly, so that you can easily modify your construction and so that you can easily control the line weights and thicken them where you need to. So in a nutshell, that really is what drawing thinly and lightly is about. Construct with thin light lines and then enhance your line weights and have more control over your line weights and easily adjust without having to erase too much. You just press a little bit harder. Okay, so that is the lesson on drawing thinly and lightly. So really, I want you guys to remember this. This is an often ignored lesson, and then we end up with these really hectically dark drawings, and they just look very kind of crazy. And even I myself don't always remember to draw thinly and lightly. But let me encourage you, please lean towards drawing thinly, drawing lightly. Okay, I'm obviously talking too much. This is lightly over here. Drawing thinly and thinly, drawing thinly and lightly. I will see you guys in the next lesson. Draw thinly and lightly, please. Thank you.